Now let's do the two main operations on the array stack, push and pop. We will trace each one slot by slot, and then read the C code that does it. Your turn first. Start from an empty stack. Push 3, then push 7, then push 2. Before you look at the answer, predict it. What value is on top now? How many items are on the stack, and in what order from bottom to top? Pause and decide. Now the answer. 2 is on top because it was the last item pushed. There are 3 items. From bottom to top they are 3, 7, 2. Push always adds on top, so the newest item is always the one you see first. Let's push the value 40 onto the stack 10, 20, 30. Right now top is at index 2 and the capacity is 5. We do it one small step at a time. Step 0, the guard. Before we touch anything, we check, is the stack full? The stack is full when top equals capacity minus 1. Here top is 2 and capacity minus 1 is 4. So top is not equal to 4. The stack is not full and there is room to push. Only after this check do we go on. Step 1, advance. We increase top by 1 first. Top now moves to index 3. Notice we move top before we write anything. Step 2, store. We write 40 into the array at index top. 40 is now the new top of the stack. No other element moved, so a push is big, O of 1. This is the same push. Written in C, the function is called as push. It takes S, a pointer to the array stack, and V, the value we want to add. First, a safety check. If the stack is already full, we return 0 and do nothing. The capacity is fixed, so we must guard against overflow. This one line is the whole operation. We increase top by 1 first, then we store V at S arrow data at index top. That is advance first, then store. If we got here, the push worked, so we return 1 for success. The cost is big O of 1. 1 comparison, 1 increase, and 1 write. Nothing is shifted and nothing is walked. Watch out for one common mistake. You may want to write data at index top and let top step up afterwards, but that stores at the old top. On the very first push, top is minus 1, so it writes data at index minus 1, which is before the array. Then it leaves top at 0, pointing at a slot it never wrote. So advance first, increase top, then store. Store then step versus step then store is the classic array stack off by 1. And this is the raw array trouble from the opener, now fixed in one place. Your turn again. Go back to the stack 3, 7, 2 with 2 on top. Now pop it twice. Before the answer, predict it. What value does each pop return in order? And what is left on top after both pops? Pause and decide. Now the answer. The first pop returns 2 and the second pop returns 7. Newest first, which is the LIFO rule. After both pops, 3 is left on top. Each pop returns exactly what the matching push put there, in reverse order. Let's pop from the stack 10, 20, 30, 40. Top is at index 3. Again we do it one small step at a time. Step 0, the guard. Before we touch anything, we check, is the stack empty? The stack is empty when top equals minus 1. Here top is 3, so it is not minus 1. The stack is not empty and the value 40 is on top, ready to remove. Only after this check do we go on. Step 1, read. We copy the top value out. Out becomes the array at index top, which is 40. Slot 3 still holds 40 for now. Step 2, retreat. We only change top. We decrease top by 1, so top moves back to index 2 and 30 is the new top. Notice we do not erase 40. It is still sitting in memory at slot 3. but slot 3 is now outside the live stack, so it is grayed out. A pop is big, O of 1. This is pop. Written in C, the function is called as pop. It takes S, a pointer to the stack, and out, a pointer where we will place the value we removed. First, the safety check. If the stack is empty, we return 0 and do nothing. This guards against underflow, that is, popping when there is nothing to remove. Now the work split into 2 lines so it matches our 2 steps. First, we read. We copy the array at index top into out. We read before we change anything. Then on the next line we decrease top by 1. So read first, then step top back. If we got here, the pop worked, so we return 1 for success. The cost is big O of 1. 1 comparison, 1 read, and 1 decrease. This is why the empty check matters. Popping or peaking an empty stack is called underflow. When the stack is empty, top is -1, so reading the array at index top would touch index -1 before the array. The empty guard on the first line stops that. Without it, top just slides down to -2, -3, and so on. We look at the full bug in common mistakes. Let's do a quick trace. Start with an empty stack. Push A equals 10, then B equals 20, then C equals 30. Now pop twice. What value is on top? Pause and decide. The answer is 10. The 2 pops remove C, then B, and that leaves on top. LIFO again. The last one pushed is the first one popped. One more prediction. After those 2 pops, the stack contains just one item, the value 3. Now call peak. Before the answer, predict it. What value does peak return? And how many items are on the stack after the call? Pause and decide. Now the answer. Peak returns 3 and it changes nothing. There is still 1 item on the stack. That is the whole difference. Peak reads the top and pop removes it. Both are big, O of 1, because you only ever touch the top.